Lean bulking. I know that word is like pretty taboo these days, and not many people do it because everyone's promoting main gaining and eating at a maintenance calories and stuff. But today I wanted to quickly make a video talking about how you can lean bulk to maximize your gains and muscle growth while also staying as lean as possible and minimizing how fat you look. Now, first we need to quickly go through the explanation of what lean bulking actually is. So lean bulking is eating in a slight surplus, saying 100, 200, 300 calories. I'd say 300 calories at most. And yeah, this is going to help you build on tissue and minimize the amount of fat that you gain while also making gains in the gym. So why do I prefer a lean bulking approach rather than a main gaining approach? With a lean bulking approach, you know that you're putting on tissue because you are slowly gaining weight over time. That's the only thing. You just need to make sure that you're slowly rising in weight. With main gaining, you can do the same thing, but really main gaining is just a bulk because people say your weight is going to slowly go up over time, and the only way that can happen is in a surplus. So you have to be in a surplus in calories anyway. With the lean bulking, I think it's just a lot more simpler. So in my opinion, lean bulking is probably the most sustainable and easy way to gain muscle over time. It is a slower process than say actual big bulk, say like 500, 600 calories, but you're able to sustain it for like way longer and create way less fat gain. So the cut that you're going to have to do after is going to be way shorter anyway. You can probably do a mini cut and get pretty lean. So the first topic that I want to go into is training your abs directly. So I know a lot of you guys are not training your abs. This is a grave mistake that you're making. So your abdominals are like any other muscle. Once you train it and put it through a stress or a stimulus, it's going to grow. And even if you are at a higher body fat, due to this growth and increase in muscle mass, your abs are going to poke out more through the fat. So they're going to be more visible. If you're shirtless at the beach or something, people are actually going to be seeing it, not a flat stomach. So this is going to include all your compound exercises and also your isolations. So isolations for your obliques, I recommend the best one is going to be the landmine twist. It's a really easy, stable exercise, and it is also training other areas in your body as well, and the main functions of your core. And then for your abdominals, the actual abdominal wall, you're going to be doing any crunching movement. So that can be a decline sit-up, that can be a cable crunch, anything where your spine is flexing. And with the obliques, I know people don't really train the obliques just because the fact that they can grow wider. There is truth to that a little bit. They can grow wider, but if you actually look on a skeleton and if you see where the obliques actually insert, they kind of wrap around the body. So even if you're hypertrophying it, it's not really going to extend outwards. It's going to more be on the behind of your body, but it's just going to make your abs look a lot better and a lot more complete. And speaking of complete, a lot of things that people don't do either, the second reason, is training their neck. So what is the effect of the neck going to be in your bulk? Basically, when you train your neck, even if you have a pencil neck, it's going to grow because it really hasn't gotten that stimulus before. So it's just going to grow straight away. You kind of want your neck to be in line with your jawline. So that makes that your face look a lot smaller compared to your neck, which might minimize the effects of a moon face or anything like that where your face is really puffy. And also the surface area of the fat is going to spread out more evenly. Rather than all in your face, it's going to spread to your neck as well. And what's that going to do? It's going to make you a wider neck and you're going to look more chad. And what exercises can you do to target this? Basically, neck training is so simple actually. It's actually crazy that most people don't do it. All you really need to do is, if you really want to be minimalist, all you need to do is just train flexion and extension. Probably do that 2 to 3 times a week, 2 to 3 sets. And if you want to, you can do rotation as well. That's going to help with any injury prevention. In my case, I don't do it though. And people say neck training is really dangerous. It's going to cause injuries, sleep apnea. Really don't listen to them. Injuries, it's only going to occur if you go really heavy at once. The human body is so accustomed to weight training once you do train it. You can basically flex your body in any sort of movement and you're not going to get injured. as long as you have appropriate weight. And for the myth of sleep apnea, that's really not correlated at all. People found that it's really more correlated with overall weight gain. So if you're gaining weight too fast, you're probably going to get sleep apnea due to the fat gain. And as I was saying, you probably want your neck to be in line with your jaw, and you most likely want the measurement of it to be around the same as your biceps and your calves. So yeah, so it looks all proportionate. And the final thing in the lean bulk is just going to be tracking the calories and making sure that you're in like a 100-200 surplus. So for a little bit, just because I was burnt out of counting calories, I was just sort of eating what I want in a clean manner, but I found that I was gaining weight way too fast. I was actually gaining a lot of fat, even though I was eating really healthy foods. So make sure you're counting your calories, eating a 100-200 calorie surplus, and that should help minimize your fat gain and actually make you gain weight in a steady way. Always check the weight week to week, maybe 3 to 5 times a week, and you should see a linear trend upwards in a very slow motion. Now, this slow increase in weight, it's also going to be a parameter for your hypertrophy and strength, just because I'm sure all you guys noticed, if you do a really big bulk, you're going to gain that strength like super quickly, right? You're going to gain, your bench press is going to go up, your deadlift's going to go up, your squat's going to go up. But really, the main thing in that is going to be most of your inflammation, your sodium, and overall leverages in your lifts, just because you have those calories and that fat gain. So it's kind of mixing your perception of what actually strength gain is and hypertrophy. So you guys chase that strength number, right? But really in the internal body, you're not really growing that much. So eating in 100-200 calorie surplus, you know that you're gaining strength and you're actually hypertrophying, which is going to smooth out your process of gaining muscle, and you understand what is muscle and what is fat. And even when you cut down, it's going to be a lot faster of a progress, and your bulk is going to be a lot slower, which is what you want. You want to be in that phase of being anabolic as much as you can. So hopefully I convince you guys to do a lean bulk and make sure that you're in a calorie surplus first and foremost, because I think most people with the social media nowadays, they really want to stay lean. Lots of people taking peptides and stuff, and they are lean, but they're not really gaining any muscle. If you look at them, they're super skinny. And yeah, this isn't really what we want. I know that the shredded face and everything looks maxing is the kind of trend right now, but overall in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Most of you guys aren't talking to girls anyway, so why not have a little bit of fluff? That's fine. If you look at Henry Cavill or someone, girls all like him. I know that his face is chiseled still, but he is in a higher body fat, like 15%, so it ain't that big of a deal. And finally, if you have any comments or any questions to ask me, just leave it in the comments and I can get back to you, maybe even make a video on it. Thank you.